India and China, two Asian giants, are often compared for their economic potential. Both nations have witnessed significant growth in recent decades. However, their journeys have been remarkably different. While China has experienced an unprecedented economic boom, India's growth has been more moderate. This essay delves into the reasons behind these divergent paths, exploring the fundamental differences in their political systems, urbanization models, economic policies, and cultural landscapes. By understanding these disparities, we can gain a nuanced understanding of the unique opportunities and challenges faced by each nation. China's rise as a global economic powerhouse has been nothing short of spectacular. Its rapid industrialization, driven by massive infrastructure projects and a surge in manufacturing, has transformed the nation. India, on the other hand, presents a different narrative. Despite its democratic foundations and a young, vibrant population, India's economic growth has been hampered by bureaucratic hurdles, infrastructural bottlenecks, and social inequalities. This essay will analyze the key factors contributing to these contrasting trajectories. The purpose of this comparative analysis is not to suggest that one model is inherently superior to the other. Instead, it aims to highlight the complexities of development and the interplay of historical, political, and socio-cultural factors in shaping economic outcomes. By examining the strengths and weaknesses of each nation's approach, we can glean valuable lessons for policymakers and development practitioners alike. Ultimately, understanding these divergent paths is crucial for navigating the evolving geopolitical landscape and fostering balanced and sustainable growth in both nations. A nation's political system plays a pivotal role in shaping its economic trajectory. China's stable authoritarian system, characterized by centralized decision-making and a single-party rule, stands in stark contrast to India's democratic framework. This fundamental difference has had profound implications for their respective economic growth models. China's centralized system has allowed for swift policy implementation and the execution of large-scale infrastructure projects with remarkable speed and efficiency. The government's ability to mobilize resources and direct investment has been instrumental in propelling its economic growth. India's democratic system, while lauded for its emphasis on individual liberties and political participation, often grapples with bureaucratic delays and political consensus building. Decision-making processes can be protracted, and policy implementation often faces hurdles at multiple levels of governance. This is not to suggest that democracy is incompatible with economic growth. However, it does highlight the challenges of balancing democratic principles with the need for efficient and decisive action in a rapidly changing global economy. China's single-party system has also facilitated long-term planning and policy continuity. The government's ability to set ambitious targets and pursue them with unwavering focus has been a key driver of its economic transformation. India's multi-party system, while ensuring political representation and accountability, can sometimes lead to policy instability and short-termism. Coalition governments and frequent elections can make it challenging to maintain a consistent economic agenda, potentially hindering long-term growth prospects. The contrast between China's stable political system and India's political complexities highlights the inherent trade-offs between these two models of governance. While China's centralized system has delivered impressive economic gains, it has come at the cost of political freedoms and individual liberties. India's democratic framework, on the other hand, prioritizes individual rights and political participation, even if it sometimes comes at the expense of economic expediency. Ultimately, the choice between these two models reflects each nation's unique historical experiences, cultural values, and developmental aspirations. Urbanization is often seen as a key driver of economic growth. As populations shift from rural to urban areas, it creates new markets, stimulates innovation, and enhances productivity. However, the pace and pattern of urbanization can significantly impact a nation's development trajectory. China and India exemplify contrasting approaches to urbanization, each with its own set of advantages and challenges. China's urbanization has been characterized by a top-down, planned approach. The government has played a central role in guiding migration patterns, developing new cities, and investing in urban infrastructure. This strategic approach has allowed China to manage the challenges of rapid urbanization, such as overcrowding and environmental degradation, more effectively than many other developing nations. The creation of special economic zones, or SEZs, has been a cornerstone of China's urbanization strategy. These designated areas offer tax incentives, streamlined regulations, and world-class infrastructure to attract foreign investment and drive export-oriented growth. The success of SEZs in propelling China's manufacturing sector and integrating it into global supply chains has been remarkable. India's urbanization, in contrast, has been more organic and market-driven. Cities have grown rapidly, often outpacing the development of infrastructure and basic services. This unplanned growth has led to challenges such as inadequate housing, traffic congestion, and pollution. However, India's urban centres are also vibrant hubs of entrepreneurship and innovation. The informal sector plays a significant role in the urban economy, providing employment opportunities and driving economic activity. India's government recognises the need for more planned urbanisation and has launched initiatives such as Smart Cities Mission to improve urban planning and infrastructure. The focus is on creating sustainable and livable cities that can cater to the needs of a growing urban population. However, the scale of the challenge is immense, and it will require sustained investment and effective governance to address the infrastructural deficit and improve the quality of life in India's burgeoning cities. The contrasting approaches to urbanization in China and India highlight the complexities of managing this transformative process. China's planned approach has delivered impressive results in terms of economic growth and urban development. However, it has also raised concerns about social displacement, environmental sustainability, and the potential for overinvestment. India's more organic model, while facing challenges, reflects the dynamism of its market-driven economy and the resilience of its informal sector. Striking a balance between planned development and market forces will be crucial for both nations as they navigate the challenges and opportunities of rapid urbanization. China's success with Special Economic Zones, or SEZs, is nothing short of remarkable. Shenzhen, once a small fishing village, has transformed into a global tech hub. Shanghai's financial district stands as a testament to the economic boom driven by these zones. Ports across China are bustling with activity, showcasing the country's manufacturing prowess. In contrast, India's attempts to replicate this model have faced numerous challenges. Many Indian SEZs remain underdeveloped, with empty industrial parks and stalled projects. Business owners cite bureaucratic red tape, land acquisition issues, and inconsistent policies as major hurdles. While China streamlined processes to attract foreign investment, India struggles with implementation and infrastructure bottlenecks. To understand the future potential of India and China, we need to look at the foundational elements that drive their growth. Both countries have unique strengths and challenges, but they are also investing heavily in key areas that will shape their economic trajectories. In India, the focus is on leveraging its young and dynamic workforce. With over 60% of its population under the age of 35, India has the potential to become a global powerhouse of talent and innovation. On the other hand, China is rapidly advancing its infrastructure development. With initiatives like the Belt and Road, China aims to expand its influence and create new opportunities for economic growth. Education and skill development are critical for both nations. By improving access to quality education and training, they can ensure that their populations are equipped to meet the demands of the future. Furthermore, sustainable development is becoming increasingly important. Both India and China are making strides in renewable energy and environmental protection, recognizing that long-term growth must be balanced with ecological responsibility. However, China's infrastructure development is progressing at a much faster pace compared to India's slower progress in building essential infrastructure. The choices they make today will determine their paths in the decades to come. In the 21st century, the landscape of skills is ever evolving. China is investing heavily in education and technology, creating a robust ecosystem for skills development. The nation understands that the future belongs to those who can adapt, innovate and lead. In contrast, India faces significant challenges in its education system, struggling to provide the same level of resources and infrastructure. It's about preparing the next generation for challenges we can't even imagine today, and China seems to be ahead in this race. Collective action has always been a cornerstone of societal progress. In China, coordinated efforts have propelled massive infrastructure projects, lifting millions out of poverty and driving economic growth. Meanwhile, in India, grassroots movements have driven significant change, but struggles with collective action have hindered broader economic progress. Together, these examples show the incredible impact of unified efforts, highlighting the stark contrast between the two nations. While both nations share some similarities, their economic paths diverge significantly. China has successfully leveraged its centralized governance to implement swift and large-scale economic changes. India, with its vibrant democracy, often faces challenges in achieving the same level of economic efficiency. Each journey offers valuable lessons, highlighting China's unique and successful economic course and India's different, less effective approach. India and China, two giants of the modern world, each on their own remarkable journey. China's economic rise has been swift and transformative, while India continues to face significant challenges. The differences between their paths are stark, and their futures will shape not just their own destinies, but the future of the entire globe. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos like these.